Let me start with an uncomfortable question. Why does it feel like life is getting more expensive every year, even when your salary goes up? Not dramatically. Not suddenly. Just quietly. You earn more but somehow you save less. And over time, it feels like you're paying more for the same life. This isn't bad luck. And it's not because you're careless. It's math. Let's walk through a very normal, very familiar situation in the US or Europe. Imagine you earn $4,000 a month after tax. Or €3,600. The numbers don't matter much, the pattern does. Rent or mortgage takes $1,400. Your car payment is $450. Insurance, phone, internet, another $300. Student loan minimums, $250. Before food, before gas, before living, you're already down to around $1,600. Now life fills the gaps. Groceries, $400. Fuel or transport, $200. Streaming, subscriptions, small treats, $150. You're not reckless. You're not shopping luxury brands. You're just living. By the end of the month, maybe you save $200. Maybe nothing. So where does paying double come in? Here's the hidden part. You didn't buy the car for $25,000. You bought it for $34,000, once interest finishes its quiet work. That $1,200 phone. It's $1,600 after installments. Your $30,000 student loan. Over time, it becomes $45,000. You're not paying more because things cost more. You're paying more because time is being sold back to you at a price. This is the math of being broke. When you don't have spare cash, you rent everything. Money, cars, phones, education, even emergencies. And renting is always more expensive than owning. Let's do simple math. If you buy a $1,000 item in cash, it costs $1,000. If you finance it over 2 years at typical consumer interest, you might pay $1,300 to $1,400. That extra $300 isn't for the product. It's the fee for not having cash when you needed it. Now multiply this by cars, credit cards, loans, and years. That's how people with lower incomes often pay more for the same lifestyle than people who earn more. Not because they're irresponsible, but because the system charges a premium for urgency. And here's where psychology steps in. Humans are wired to reduce immediate discomfort. A payment of $99 a month feels small. A $2,500 upfront cost feels painful. So the brain chooses relief now and ignores the long-term total. This isn't stupidity. It's normal human behavior. The problem is, modern finance is built to profit from it. Monthly payments hide real costs. Minimum payments stretch debt into decades. Affordable per month replaces expensive overall. Over time, this creates a quiet trap. You're always paying yesterday's bills with today's income, which steals tomorrow's options. Ignore this long enough, and something subtle happens. You stop thinking in totals. You think only in monthly survival. Can I afford this month? Not, what does this cost me over 10 years? And that mindset compounds. While one person is paying interest, another is earning it. Financially intelligent people don't have secret tricks. They don't live extreme lives. They simply think differently. They ask, what does this really cost over time? They delay purchases not to suffer but to reduce future pressure. They value flexibility more than appearance. To them, cash isn't about status. It's about freedom from paying extra. And slowly, the math flips. Less interest paid means more margin. More margin means fewer emergencies on credit. Fewer emergencies mean lower stress. Not richer overnight. Just calmer. More stable. That's the real advantage. This isn't about guilt. You didn't fail. You were just never shown the full equation. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And awareness alone changes decisions, quietly, naturally, over time. If this perspective helped you think a little clearer about money, you can support the channel by liking the video or subscribing. Nothing dramatic, just smarter thinking, one idea at a time.